My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to the High Ascension grind for the Silent or Slay the Spire. I hope you enjoyed the small palate cleanse that we had last episode. It is time to get back to losing and nothing but, hell yeah. 6 max HP for 250 gold seems like a good idea here for me. Especially with a shop in literally the second space. There is no elite free path that includes that shop. There is exactly one elite 3 path, or rather elite free path over here on the side. Slime boss is our boss. Oh gosh. Like this whole path up here gets us there without fighting a single elite. But we get an early shop, 3 question marks, a rest, another shop, a rest, another rest, and then we have to take on 1 elite if we want to, and we've got rests and question marks thereafter. I mean, come on. So it's 250, it's that line. We're going to want something in this shop to help us take care of Annie of the elites we could fight. So I do only want to fight the 1 unless I'm like extraordinarily ahead. But I've got to be prepared for any enemy that it could be, right? Sentinel, Gremlin Knob, and the Sentinel Sentries, rather. Gremlin Knob and the Lagavulin. Blade Dance, Bane, Cloak and Dagger. See, I don't know until I'm in the next space is the thing. I kind of want to take Bane. Or Blade Dance. See, Blade Dance is worse against... Well, I mean... Without a synergistic element, each of these are kind of equally bad. That is Blade Dance and Bane, except the Blade Dance is also worse against both Lagavulin because of the reduced strength hitting it twice because of the 2 different shivs, or 3 times because of the 3 different shivs on the upgraded version. And the Gremlin Knob because it's a skill. Let's say Bane. Really hoping for poison here. Oh, wait. Excellent. There's accuracy, which would have been, you know, nice. But instead, here's Twisted Funnel. At the start of each combat, apply 4 poison to all enemies. So the first... What? Actually, there's... You know what? I might not even card remove here because in just a couple spaces, there's another rest. Sorry, another shop. I might be able to pick up a relic if I don't card remove. I know! I just turned down a card removal. Are you all proud of me? No? Well, fair. I mean, I asked the question. Ask the super question, get a stupid answer. I get it, but, like, really? Not even a little? Alright. Finish or neutralize. I don't want to go for neutralize. Additional source of weaken. Extremely low cost. Remove a card or upgrade a card. I kind of want to upgrade Bane because it upgrades by 10 damage. Well, I just chose to upgrade. I don't get to revert that, so sure. I also want to upgrade both of the neutralizers for the weakness. Ooh, Runic Dedicahedron if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. Not bad. Unfortunately, if we go up against the Sentinel, we're still pretty screwed with this Twisted Funnel, right? Because it just doesn't activate. So we'll get both of the neutralize upgraded. Didn't get any more money before this space, unfortunately. Paper Crane. Really would have liked that. I think I'd take the Bane, though. And now I'm thinking we'll get our first card removal. So with those 2 Banes, on top of the fact that poison is applied at the start of each combat, I think those 2 Banes dealing 20 per for 1 energy apiece is gonna be pretty reasonable for helping me chunk through the HP of the slime boss there. Prayer Wheel, non-boss, sorry. Dang it. I'm actually, like, now, at this point, it's no longer funny to me, which, yikes. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward. Alright. Now I need to decide if I think I'm taking 2 elites or 1. I think I'm just taking the 1. Okay. So we've got weakness for the next 2 turns. That means 6 damage next turn, and then vulnerability plus, right? So no clue after that. Yes. 18. Not bad. That's an extremely dead Gremlin Knob. Darkstone Periouts whenever you retain a curse, increase your max HP by 6, as well as a strength potion. That could be extraordinarily relevant for that final combat. I think this deck can afford to use Blur. Basically on turns that aren't Bane. I'm going to have to put defensive cards in this deck anyway, otherwise we're not getting past floor 2. Ah. Oh, hell yeah. Give me that Blur. Why have you still got 4 poison on you, by the way? At the start of its turn, lose 4 HP, then reduce poison by 1. But it huh? You know what? I'm not killing you this turn. I want to see if that poison decreases. What? Ah! Poison is bugged. That's not... Damn it. That's gonna I don't feel good about this. Backflip versus Masterful Stab, probably backflip. I'm actually incentivized to keep myself on full HP because of the Runic Dodecahedron and the Masterful Stab, but the thing is, if I do lose any of my HP in a single combat, then the Masterful Stab is immediately invalid, and so is the Runic Dodecahedron, and that's rough. That's just real rough. I think we take the backflip. Actually, let's look at our other card decision first. Sucker Punch versus Acrobatics versus Expertise. No, I think we just take the backflip. I could actually see Expertise being surprisingly good in this deck with the 2 neutralizers, but that's only if we keep it thin and end up drawing both of them in the same hand, which I don't think we're doing. I think we're going thicker than that. Okay. Is Blur or Backflip more of a priority play? I think my offense is okay at the moment. I think I need to take care of my defense. Both of them only get 3 block. In fact, literally all of my block cards here, in fact, literally every card here only benefits by increasing its primary statistic by 3. So the real thing that you do instead, right, has to be determine which is more likely to be played so that you do gain the benefit, right? Am I more likely to play Blur or Backflip? Probably Blur. And then I'm upgrading Backflip, like, straight after anyway. On future card reward screens, you have 1 additional card from which to choose. Thank you, question card. If we get to the next floor, we've got both the prayer wheel and the question card. We have effectively free reign on what builds we want to make. I feel like I probably use the strength potion in this fight. Oh my god, double Bane in the opening hand. Yikes. Because the Banes will benefit twice from it. The problem is, see, everything gets way worse as soon as the slime boss splits. So I do need to keep an eye out for that. So another 6 damage takes you down to 78. And yeah, unfortunately, after the 78, oh gosh, I think I actually have to block next turn. After the 78, you go down to 74 because of the poison, which means that you split. If you split into 2 different 74s, I'm dead. I'm just so dead. I really want a Bane right now is the thing. Am I ever going to get a better split than this? Well, with these slimes in my deck, probably not. $44s on each of the splits. Yeah, 3 strikes was not going to give me a better split. Unfortunately, now the Banes are useless because we don't actually have a source of poison in our deck. We're using the Twisted Funnel to provide that. What I'm really hoping for is Corpse Explosion after this fight. It will take care of our AoE as well as bootstrap our poison for the purpose of the Banes. I think I need to get the Acid Slime in the back line, especially really close to... Yeah. Damn, neutralize there would have been really good draw. Really close to splitting so that I can suddenly kill them in a turn. God. 36 if I take both of these. 2 slimes get played no matter what, right? So I can deal 14 to the back line. 14 splits them on 16s per. 16 per is not good. Their split value is 23. So actually, if I weaken the back line, you stay unsplit and I stay unweakened. That's good. It means that I can try and go for the whole kill on the Acid Slime at the same time. Which would have looked a lot like that if I also had a strike in that hand. Three block on top of this is 9. 9 and 8 is 17. Yeah, we're dead. The slimes are so deadly. So, the Bane was definitely a speculative pick. I hate that that run died, by the way. The Bane was definitely a speculative pick. So that... And because, like, poison is a core synergy in the Silent. You will come across at least some poison cards. They might not be ones you desperately want, but especially considering I was building thicker and thicker and thicker, and especially after the Prayer Wheel question card, it was going to get thicker and thicker and thicker. I figured that it was worth taking that speculative pick. Unfortunately, over the course of the entire floor, we still only got that one poison activator, so I was incapable of really dealing with the chumps there. See, the thing is, if I split... So on the turn that I was taking 18 damage from each of them, if I split the one in the back, that is the weakening one. I don't think it's called the Spike Slime. I think it's Acid Slime or something like that. I can't remember exactly for certain. But if I split them that turn, they were going to be split with like 20 HP on each of their halves. Which means that on that next turn, I would have died. Because I would have just taken all of the damage from everyone attacking me. Sometimes you've got to lose the battle to win the war. And sometimes you've got to lose the battle and then lose the war. And then make 20 more episodes of losing that battle. And that's it. 6 max HP for a random rare relic. I mean, that could just immediately win the run. So sure. Enemies your next 3 combats? I mean, elite. So there's no way that I get out of fighting an elite really early in this run. But at the same rate, like I maximum, because enemy, I maximum take out 1 elite with the Nia's Blessing Relic from enemies have the 1 HP for the next 3 combats. And even then, that's only if I'm lucky. So I think I'll go with the random round. Calipers! Well, the Silent can do a lot of blocking things that are kind of wild. If you just stack footworks, for example, you can get your block to a point that no one will ever touch you. And the Calipers will keep that around forever. So unless someone scales extraordinarily harder than you do, you can usually find a way. So, I don't know, I'm pretty optimistic about that Calipers pickup. Okay. That, of course, was weakening the one that was doing more damage and attacking the one that had less maximum HP so that I could kill it in fewer attacks on the next turn. Well, Leg Sweep totally goes in this deck, but so does Caltrops is the thing. Right? Isn't Caltrop, like, So Leg Sweep is how we set up things like Calibers. By having a ridiculous amount of block from having ridiculous block cards like Leg Sweep. At the same time, it's also just a really valuable card. Who's our boss this floor? Slime Boss. Oof. That makes Caltrops less powerful than Leg Sweep, I think. But at the same rate, Caltrops is how this deck, ideally, would win, is the thing. Take the leg sweep. Gonna be very hopeful to see Caltrops later, though. That said, we can do it with Caltrops, or we can do it with, you know, poison. That's another way to benefit while you defend. At least the weaken on that turn was kind of handy. Hey, it's exactly what I wanted to see. Nothing but strikes. And polish them off. See, the problem is, usually if I was in low Ascension, I would at this point go, well, no, none of these work with the poison defensive build that I've already theorized in my head, so I don't take any of them. But if I don't take any of them, how am I ever going to kill an elite? So I think I actually might end up taking Rid of Withdrawals just a straight up 20 damage attack. After upgrade. Ooh, alright, 2 upgrades. Not bad. I value max HP a lot, but 20 current. 20 current's pretty good as well. I'm gonna take the 20 current. Helps make sense of the fact that oh my gosh, lose 6 max HP? Sure. It helps fix that I took all of that damage to get double upgrade here. So effectively, instead of... imagine that this was like a campsite where instead of resting, I took damage to double upgrade, and then here I healed. So it's like I had 2 rest sites and I upgraded it both. Because the damage cancelled out heal. Lagavulin? Lagavulin wouldn't kill my deck. Alright, right now Lagavulin wouldn't kill my deck, especially because after the first time it hits the Riddle with Holes, this is 10 damage. After the second time, it's 0. So, I have to dodge the first elite here because I don't have a way to take out that. Like, Escape Plan just fits. I'm going to take the Escape Plan. I'm also going to take the Strength Potion because I know that I've got an elite coming up. I need to be able to kill it. The Strength Potion on top of the Riddle with Holes is a lot of damage. Get that Leg Sweep upgraded. Woo! Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power, random card in hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. We already were going to take every copy of Footworks that turned up, but now we're super going to take every copy of Footworks that turns up. I do use the Strength Potion this fight. This fight in particular is why I got the Strength Potion. I should have used both Leg Sweep and the Neutralize there. Next hand is my most aggressive, so that's good. It's the exact hand you want to wake the Lagavulin up on. Usually is your most aggressive hand. So I actually know all of the cards I'm going to be drawing now. I've got 2 strength, and I'll have both of those points of strength for the rest of the round. Cool. So 8, 8, 8, and 11. 8, 8, 8, 11 is 24, 11 is 35. And the enemy currently has 38 HP, which means the draw after that, I almost certainly draw lethal, which means this turn, I defend. I get to save myself 5 HP that I otherwise would not have saved. Or not. Or, of course, never mind. Oops. Pair, raising your max HP by 10. I actually did think our max HP was a little bit of a problem there, so I'm pretty happy about that. Well, Bouncing Flask is a way to take out a single target with poison. It's higher cost, so it benefits from the cost reduction with Mummified Hand. See, I know now that the next elite cannot be Lagavulin, which makes me way more confident to take out an elite, especially because I have a fire potion. So I'm going to go for the elite, then go up. Hopefully I don't use the fire potion because I'd really like to save that for the final combat, actually. This is 20 damage. So if I did 20 and a strike, I could actually kill a sentry. With the fire potion, that is. Thing is, I basically do have to play all of my damage this turn, because these are my most damaging cards. The Bouncing Flask is null and void in this combat, especially. Well, Explosive Potion defend, though. Okay. Well, it's Fire Potion, but Fire Potion and Explosive Potion are the straight damage ones. I'll throw Bouncing Flask here, primarily for the benefit of removing the artifacting from each of you. Having one unit off the field in the first turn is really important because it means that every turn you only need to block 10 damage. I'm actually going to let that sentry attack me. Is that true? So I hit you for 9, you take 6 and then 5 over the next 2 turns, which means that you die before you get your next 10 attack out. You do put more poison in my deck, but I'm actually kind of okay with that. And it gets me a head start on this sentry. So I got 6 damage on the frontline sentry there, in trade for losing 2 HP, as well as putting 3 dazed into my deck. Backliner is now dead. That makes the Bouncing Flask way better of a draw. Hell yeah. Damn. All right, so I ended up so it ended up being the case that I took damage for something I didn't need to. Bronze Scales, at the start of each combat, play Caltrops. Ooh. Dash? Dash or backflip? With Riddle with Holes, Leg Sweep, and Bouncing Flask, I think Dash might be too expensive. That said, something that draws you cards is effectively drawing you other cards that you should play, ideally, to get value out of having drawn them. So it itself is more expensive than it says on the tin. Well, accuracy doesn't go in this deck, though. That's the problem. I wanted pretty much any power, but not accuracy. I'm actually a little tempted to go Backstab Deadly Poison just to give myself some more damage before the final combat. I'm doing it. I don't like that I did that, but yeah. Feel like it was probably the right idea. Boom. Sure. Especially another backstab against this boss. Yeah, definitely. Deadly Poison should probably be our next upgrade. $12 this turn. 12 next. Oh, right. That's bugged. Damn. Now it feels like exploiting. I thought it was just the funnel that would have done it, but no, it's not decreasing on anyone else either. I only just noticed that. All right, so if you do take 12 this turn, you go down to 81. If I stab you this turn, you go down to 70. Nope. Okay, don't want to do that because I want to attack you next turn. Or rather, I don't want you to split yet. Please give me exactly Riddle with Holes. Insane. So 7 more makes that 19. Well, I mean, that's no better than just 9 upfront damage. So, now that we've split them and they're 30 apiece, let's see how much easier life is for us. I am targeting the acid slime first, primarily because if it weakens me, I can put my head between my knees and you know the rest of that one. Yeah, I split them basically on as high a value of HP as they possibly could have had, but it's not going to be a problem. I'm trying to be super methodical here, yeah? 1,000 cards does make something else cost less, but no. Bullet Time probably has a totally reasonable place in this deck. Because the costs of our cards. Yikes. Well, I'm glad I didn't take Alchemize because I do probably want energy, and Sozu means that I can no longer get potions, which are rough. But, and Ectoplasm is extremely rough. I mean, basically, shops are no longer useful for you, but we have the Golden Idol, so to not be able to pick up gold at all is, it's rough. We definitely need the extra energy because we need the ability to play a draw card before a draw card before bullet time, so that's backlit before bullet time, or alternatively, the ability to play two cost cards in a single turn. There is a 0 elite path here. How good is it? You get 3 midline upgrades, 4 midline upgrades, 2 question marks. What desperately needs upgrade? Backflip, both backstabs, and bullet time. It's 4. Okay. I'm going to choose not to go to a shop and instead to go to a question mark here because I just don't want to go to a shop with... Oh. Okay. I'm actually better off leaving you all up to attack me right now. Kind of wild. Okay, so you're each going to take 6 by 3 is 18 damage. So Deadly Poison is 7 for 2 turns, so 14. So I can kill exactly the frontliner with just Deadly Poison here. And then I'm guessing... It's probably my next best move. Yep. Frontliner is dead. Backliner is extremely close. Especially with this deck currently, I should always be drawing first, because drawing could draw me an expensive card, or it could even draw me Bullet Time, which I would like to cast before I spend any of the rest of my stuff. Probably backflip here. See, the special relic actually might be insane for me if we get bullet time, if we get rid of holes in the opening hand, but we do have 2 backstabs that helps at the very least. So I think we'll take the special relic here. Yeah. That's mutagenic strength. For the start of each combat, you have 3 strength that is lost at the end of your turn. So again, draw first. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's basically as effective as that gets. Who is our boss's flaw? I thought it was the collect. Yeah, it is. Just making absolutely certain. And get the heck out of here. Flying Knee doesn't not have a place in this deck. We need energy enough. Could I take out an elite? Let's think about the elites, right? Book of Stabbing. I have a lot of weakness in this deck, as well as a weak potion just in case. But the wounds in my deck... No, 24 cards. It wouldn't dilute my deck that much. I think I could probably kill Book of Stabbing and only take about 30 damage. Gremlin Leader. I can definitely kill both of the chumps on the first turn, so unless the Gremlin Leader is attacking on the first turn, we're kind of good. But I don't scale well, because Bouncing Flask is garbage in AoE, so that's bad. And the Slavers almost certainly kill me, so we will be avoiding elites currently. Is there any consideration for the order of these attacks? No. Yikes. Yeah, I didn't really want to take damage there, but it's fine. How likely is Bane to occur? Probably not likely enough. 20 damage from one energy, though. Sure. Obviously, that's the optimist's view. Woo! Look at that. What an opening hand. Okay. So both of those frontliners effectively have 12 less HP. Because they'll take 6 damage this turn, and because of the bug, 6 damage next turn. I was going to batch record a lot of Slay the Spire episodes today. Because of this bug, I can't do that. Because I can't, in good conscience, run what is effectively a poison build with the biggest downside of poison removed. It would just feel super illegitimate. So 12 less on each of them. 12 means, so 42. So 42 damage. Do I have any obvious combination that creates 42 damage? Well, that's 28. This is 40 with the strike. These are 5 together. So that's just about 42. Yeah. And then we'll load the rest of the damage into the front line. Poison probably should have gone, shouldn't rather have gone on the front liner there. That's my bad. This deck would really benefit from... Well, Corpse Explosion, for one. Footworks, defensive, things like that, for 2, obviously. But in particular, I was thinking that this deck would benefit from the Specimen. I don't want to take another Bouncing Flask because of what I know. I also don't know if it's actually a correct decision, though. Upgrading bullet time allows me to play more card draw before it. I was saying something, I forgot it. Dang. I'm gonna put the Deadly Poison intentionally on the backliner here, just because the... Yeah. The backliner in this is just goddamn annoying as hell. And now we're defending. As well as have a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm very much hoping I don't get attacked this turn. Never mind, I did. That's okay, though. Alright, we're covered. Whew. 3 backstabs in the opening hand is not bad. Just immediately take out a certain enemy. Kind of want all of the backstabs upgraded. I do probably want Bane and Neutralize upgraded first, though. Bane in particular for the boss at the end of the floor. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. If the card decisions allowed me to actually start picking up like a bunch of footworks and defensive cards like that, this would go off the chain. With the Art of War, the Sozu, the Bronze Scales, the Mummified Hand, and especially the Calipers, we could have a ridiculous defensive deck. It's just the cards aren't being offered for that, only the relics. So I have to try and make something else work in the interim. Having all of those backstabs upgraded, imagine they also have the 3 extra strength on them from mutagenic strength, because obviously they're in the opening hand and mutagenic strength affects us in the opening turn. So they're 18 damage for 0 energy apiece. Our opening draw is 7 cards. 3 of them are 18 damage for 0 energy apiece. That's insane. Oh, that just instantly destroys a lot of things when we start. Cool. Bouncing Blast riddled with holes. Well, I mean, Bouncing Blast Bane riddled with holes. Maximum. Power Potion gets completely removed. There's an all-out attack. We have no discard synergy, Cloak and Dagger, and okay, so none. Like, a little part of me wants to take all-out attack for having some AoE in the deck. I think I use my backstabs to control certain targets from the field. I think I have to rely on that. Okay. Yeah, straight up half of your HP on the first turn's pretty good. Never once have we benefited from Caltrops, by the way. So there's a 1/3 chance that this backflip draws a bullet time. And there's also a 75%, so 3/4 chance that that card is playable. The backflip is playable. Sorry, the bullet time is playable, rather. Nah. Didn't get it, but I'm still happy to have drawn. Bye. Catalyst. I mean, it should be Catalyst, but... Ugh. It should be Catalyst, but can I take it in good conscience knowing that the game is bugged? Escape plan. I feel good about that. Just really, like, ugh. I don't really have any powers in my deck, but I also attack every turn, so we'll lose the Art of War. The Lost Gift triples the chance of receiving rare quads as monster rewards, sure. Unfortunately, I think the Neutralize upgrade here is going to be way more powerful than Backstab upgrade, so let's get that done. Bouncing Flask on turn 1 is actually pretty good here. And a Deadly Poison. Okay. Well. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, unfortunately, bullet time actually don't do anything here. I do need to kill the torch heads is the problem here. And also gotta throw that weaken potion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is why AoE might have helped this deck a little. Okay, you're hitting us with a debuff. Does that mean you're attacking next turn? I think I play everything but the strike this turn. We do neutralize the backline there. I think we probably also Bane the backline rather, because it deals 20 damage, and that's pretty significant when we're at this low life. No, it has to be kill the Torchhead. As much as I want it to be something else, if that Torchhead lives, I'm dead. Block and buff. Yikes. That was gosh awful. Well. 29 damage coming in on the back. Yeah, we're dead. Absolute best they could have done that turn there. Yeah, I wanted to make that deck more defensive, and everything that I tried to do was in service of that futile task. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. This is the last episode I'm gonna record today, and I gotta go report a bug in the beta testing section of the Slay the Spire Discord. So hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.